Hi there, Lori here on Vancouver Island, and as you can see, I'm in the kitchen again, and today I am making bone broth out of some chicken. I actually have 4 chicken carcasses that I have frozen, and they're going to go into my gigantic soup pot along with a couple of carrots and some of my celery and some onion and some garlic and a little bit of apple cider vinegar, a little bit of salt, and yeah, I'll bring you back when I get it all put together. Okay, so in my crock pot, I have put my chickens and onions, celery, carrots, garlic, salt and pepper, and a little bit of apple cider vinegar. So, yeah, and I just did a search for bone broth online, and I looked at the different recipes that had 5 stars, and I picked one that I had all the stuff for. So there you go. That's how I figure out what to cook and how to make it. So I'm going to bring this up to a boil. So it actually took 30 cups of water, which I was going to do the conversion and see how many quarts that is, but because I have no idea. But yeah, about 30 cups of water to fill up my stock pot. And so that was about triple the recipe that I found. Yeah, so I kind of tripled everything else as well, because why wouldn't I, right? Yeah, so I'm going to let this come to a boil, and then I'm going to let it simmer for hours and hours and hours and hours, probably until like tomorrow night. So yeah, I won't make you hang around that long because what a drag that would be. So I will be back a little bit later to let you have a look at my stock that I'm making. And hey, thanks for coming and hanging out. I know I didn't mention that earlier. I really do appreciate that you come and hang out with me for a little while. It just warms my little heart. And yeah, Tabby appreciates it too. She's coming through right now. She's going to come and yell at me in a minute to come and play with her. So I'm going to go do that. I'll see you guys in a while. Well, here is my chicken broth after sitting overnight. I had to split it into 3 different bowls because I didn't have stainless steel bowls that were big enough to hold it all. But anyway, you see that gunk on the top? This is why I put it in the fridge overnight. This is the fat. And so I'm going to very carefully scrape this fat off and toss it. I guess some people keep it for some things, but I'm just going to get rid of it because I don't know what else to do with it at this point. So there you have it. I'm going to do that, and then this is going back into my big stock pot, and we're going to heat it back up and get it canned in the pressure canner. So hold on. It's going to be fun. Okay, so my jars have been in the oven, and my broth has been boiling, and let's see, I've got my measuring thingy and my strainer, and I need a 1-inch head space. So can I push this over a bit? There we go. Can you still see? Hi! Can you see me? I don't know. I've got a paper towel with some vinegar on it, and I'm going to wipe the rims. And then my lids have also been sterilizing. Now I've got a 1-inch headspace. So here's one thing I am going to show you about this. Now this is a smart canner. This is not a pressure cooker, although it does have a pressure cook function. It's actually a pressure canner. And you can see up here it's got water bath canning, low or high pressure up here. And then here, this weight actually comes off and can be replaced by a 15-pound weight if you happen to be at a higher altitude. Now I'm at sea level, so I just need the 10 psi. So anyway, one other thing about this little guy is when you put your cans in and they're this tall, and like I couldn't water bath can these in here. I can only pressure can quarts, and these are 1.5-pint jars. But you see this little red button here? Okay, that's my little sensor button. And as you can see, when I close that, it's going to come right down on top of that lid. However, I'm going to turn the lid a quarter turn, which is now going to put that over here. So, did we go far enough? No, maybe not. Maybe I need this a little bit more that way. So it's coming down right on the center, and then I move it over. Okay, I want this set on exhaust. And I'm going to check one more place, because the one that I saw said 25 minutes for the bone broth. So I'm going to double check that, make sure that's right, and I'll be right back. Okay, well the second one backed up the information that I found in the first one. And those are, like, I'm using the Ball canning book, and I don't remember what the other one is, a Bernardin or something canning book, like their official canning guides, right? So I just compare them. Anyway, I'm going to hit high for high pressure. I'm going to bump my time up to 25 minutes. Someday I'll get used to this timer and not have to do this every time. And I'm going to hit start. And now with this pressure canner, this is going to circulate around here, and after a while this is going to start, because I've got it on exhaust, it's going to start spewing out steam. And then after it's spewed out its steam for about 10 minutes, I'm going to get a little message here that's going to say E10, and that's going to indicate to me that I need to turn this to airtight, which will then allow it to build up that last bit of pressure that it needs, and it will start counting down its timer. So yeah, I'll be back when it's sputtering steam, and we can have a look. This steady stream has been going on now for almost 10 minutes. So I'm expecting it to bump over to the next step any moment now. There we go. We got an E10. So I'm going to come up here and flip that to airtight. Now this is going to take a minute or so to build up its final pressure, and it's going to start doing its countdown from 25. So there you go. And then once that finishes, I need to leave it sit for about an hour to cool down. So I'll come back when it's all done and ready to come out of the canner. Well, look at all that beautiful bone broth. that looks fabulous. And I actually have a little left that I'm going to try and make some soup with today. So yeah, that was the end of my bone broth canning.